Broadcasting live from the Meridics via OBS Studio Broadcast Center at Centennial Sportsplex. This is GNASH Hockey on the Middle Tennessee Sports Network, and it is playoff time. Welcome to night one of the 2025 GNASH postseason, and we've got a Predators Cup first-round doubleheader for you here on Rink A tonight. First up, it's the 1-8 game. 8-seed Outlaws taking on the 1-seed and the defending champs, Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb. This is the best chance. This game is the best chance at an upset because these two teams finished in a 1-1 tie back on November 15th. And the other three matchups, well, the way they went in the regular season is the way I think they're going to go in the postseason. Then we got the 4-5 game between JP2 and Summit. Those two teams met literally 7 days ago, and here they are meeting again. So here we are throughout the standings. Now it's just about survival. So let's go over the results from last week, the final week of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season. Franklin beat Centennial FRA 3-1. Montgomery Bell beat Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill 11-4. Victorious senior night for Ravenwood, who beat Independence BAUSN Nashville Christian 10-1. Summit Page spoiled JP2MLK senior night with a 9-4 win. And Hendersonville Beach Lawson senior night didn't turn out the way they wanted. They and the Rutherford Rampage finished in a 3-3 tie. On Wednesday, last Wednesday, Summit Page beat Father Ryan 7-1. Ravenwood spoiled Station Camp Liberty Creek senior night with a 5-1 win. That also knocked the Bison into 9th place, meaning that they'll play in the Henry Hine Cup and be the 1 seed for it. Lost out on goal difference to the Outlaws. And it was a victorious senior night for Mount Juliet Wilson Central Green Hill as they beat the Montgomery County Rangers 5-2. And then last Thursday, in the 120th and final game of the 2024-2025 GNASH regular season, it was Montgomery Bell beating Summit Page 5-2. So for the last time this season, let's look at the final regular season standings. Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb winning the GNASH Cup regular season championship, the only unbeaten team in GNASH. 13 wins, no losses, 2 ties. Ravenwood finished second at 12-2-1. Montgomery Bell finished third at 10-3-2. Summit Page finished fourth at 10-4-1. JP2MLK and Franklin both finished at 10-5-0, but JP2 beat Franklin back in October, so they were put ahead on the head-to-head. Hendersonville Beach Lawson, if they had beaten Rutherford last Monday, they would have been the 4th seed for this tournament. Instead, they are the 7, finishing with a record of 9-4-2. The Outlaws and Station Camp Liberty Creek both finished 6-7-2, but the Outlaws got in on better goal difference, 0 to -1. Rutherford Rampage and Father Ryan both finished 5-9-1, but the Rampage get the 2 seed on head-to-head. Centennial FRA finishing 12th and being the Pine Cup 4 at 5-10-0. Brentwood and Indy both finished at 4-10-1, but Brentwood beat Indy, so they're ahead on head-to-head. Mount Juliet finished 10-11-2, and the Montgomery County Rangers finished at 0-15-0. Here is the schedule for tonight, the first night of the postseason. Coming up in just a few minutes here on Rink A at Centennial. Going to be the 8-1 game in the the Predators Cup. Outlaws taking on Ensworth. 7:40 over on Rink B. The 2-7 game in the Hine Cup, Mount Juliet taking on the Rampage. 8 o'clock here on Rink A at Centennial. The 4-5 game in the Preds Cup, JP2 taking on Summit. 8:30 over on the Terry Crispring in Bellevue. The 3-6 game of the Preds Cup, Franklin taking on NBA. And 8:45 on the North Ring in Antioch, the 1-8 game in the Hine Cup, the Rangers taking on Station Camp. That game was actually rescheduled back on Friday for this Wednesday at 7:30 out in Clarksville, but I guess either Station Camp complained or they couldn't find officials, so they ended up moving it back to tonight. All right, let's talk about the two teams playing our game tonight. First up, the Outlaws, coached by Chris Deming. Finished the regular season 6-7-2, got the last Preds Cup spot on goal difference. They're coming into this game on a 4-game losing streak. They beat Mount Juliet 4-3 on November 30th, then proceeded to lose their last 4 games of the regular season. 7-3 to Summit on December 6th, 6-3 to JP2 on December 11th, 5-2 to MBA on December 13th, and Centennial 4-2 on January 15th. So here are their stats. Final regular season stats. Josh Kane, the leading scorer, 17 points from 10 goals and 7 assists. Dalton Alejandro, 13 points from 7 goals and 6 assists. Logan Wood, 12 points from 5 goals and 7 assists. Clive Keeler, 11 points from 5 goals and 6 assists. Jackson McKnight, 8 points from 6 goals and 2 assists. A.J. Malloy, 7 points from 5 goals and 2 assists. James Daniel, 6 points from a goal and 5 assists. Cam Miles, 6 points from 4 goals and 2 assists. Malachi Hogan, 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Jack Resty, 3 points from assists. Elijah Freeman, 3 points from 2 goals and an assist. Cody Skelton, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Mark White, 2 points from goals. Elsa Anderson, 2 points from a goal and an assist. And Ben Kelly, Jackson Collins, Dylan Poe, Chaffin Baggett, and Anna Markova each had a point from an assist. Gabby Ballinger also had a point from an assist, and Nico Pulley had a point from a goal. On to goalie play, Dawson Reynolds played in 7 games. All of those were starts. His record 5-2-0. He played 294 minutes, goals against average of 2.91. 3 shutouts. He allowed 19 goals on 202 shots, turned away the other 183. His save percentage in the regular season was .906. He had a point from an assist. Justin Yanuchili played in 8 games. All of those were starts. His record 1-5-2. He played 329 minutes, goals against average of 3.28, no shutouts. He allowed 24 goals on 288 shots, turned away the other 64, and his save percentage in the regular season was .917. Let's move on to Ensworth-Nolensville-Lipscomb, coached by Tim McAllister, of course, the defending Preds Cup champs and the GNASH Cup regular season champions for this year, finished 13-0-2. And so since they went unbeaten, I'm not going to go over their last 5 games. They're just going to go straight to their final regular season stats. Spencer Kern, the leading scorer, 21 points from 12 goals and 9 assists. Trex Hooper, 19 points from 15 goals and 4 assists. Lucas Tarquin, 15 points from 7 goals and 8 assists. Henry Cravens, 14 points from 6 goals and 8 assists. Hudson Honeybone, 12 points from 6 goals and 6 assists. Jackson Malleus-Mayer, 12 points. Jackson Malleus-Mayer and Logan Campbell each had 12 points from 7 goals and 5 assists. Charlie Bonnert had 7 points from 3 goals and 4 assists. Emmett Zako, 6 points from 2 goals and 4 assists. Beckett Adams and Jax Dooner each had 5 points from a goal and 4 assists. Weston Herringer, 4 points from a goal and 3 assists. Henry Esser, 3 points from a goal and 2 assists. Heath Udy, 2 points from a goal and an assist. Clayton Forbes and Logan Green each had a point from an assist. And Will Copeland and Joe Simonetti each had a point from a goal. So every Ensworth skater had a point this season. On to goalie play, Bingston Soundara played in 8 games. 7 of those were starts. His record 6-0-1. He played 314 minutes. Goals against average of 0.43. 5 shutouts. He allowed 3 goals on 160 shots. Turned away the other 157. His save percentage in the regular season was .981. He had 1 point on an assist. Ruben Allen played in 7 games. All of those were starts. His record also 6-0-1. He played 273 minutes, goals against average of 1.48, 1 shutout. He allowed 9 goals on 77 shots, turned away the other 68. His final save percentage in the regular season was .883. He had 2 points from assists. And again, in their one regular season meeting, these two teams finished in a 1-1 tie back in November 15th. The Outlaws were the first team to score on Bingston Soundara this season. The only other team to do so was Ravenwood. Ensworth beat Ravenwood 3-2 in their last game of the regular season 3 weeks ago today, January 13th. Winner of this game plays the JP2 Summit winner next Monday night at this very time in this very rink in the winner's bracket semifinal. The loser plays the JP2 Summit loser this Wednesday night on the South Rink in Antioch at 8:15, and that'll be our featured game that night. starting in goal for Ensworth. Not sure who's in goal for the Outlaws for this first period. Ensworth will carry the puck from my left to right, Outlaws from my right to left. And the first period game is underway with Ensworth winning the draw. Puck is in the Outlaws zone. Looks like it's Dawson Reynolds in goal for Tennessee. And the Outlaws bring the puck out to center. Pass to center, intercepted by Beckett Adams and brought back into the Outlaw zone, immediately turned over and cleared out by James Daniel. And then it's taken back by Ensworth at center. Henry Cravens into the Outlaw zone. Shot, score! Reynolds was screened by James Daniel, and the puck went over his glove hand into the back of the net, and it takes just 34 seconds for Ensworth to go up 1-0. 13:26 to go in the first. Outlaws with the puck. Bringing it out of their own zone, turning it over at center. They get it back. It's in the Ensworth zone. Logan Wood driving it back on the right wing side, but it's knocked away from James Daniel. Oh, and they score! Was knocked away from James Daniel. Correction, Malachi Hogan. And then he dropped it back to A.J. Malloy, who one times it into the back of the net from the top of the right circle. And the Outlaws answered just 18 seconds later. It's 1-1 with 13:08 to go in the first. Wow, so 2 goals, 1 for each side in the first minute of the game. Here's a chance for Ensworth, a centering pass off the stick blade of Jax Dooner, and Reynolds having to stop and cover. Draw will be to Reynolds left. And the Outlaws win it. They bring it to center. Logan Wood, right wing side of the Ensworth zone, a shot off the stick or glove of Bingston Soundara into the netting above the glass. 12:38 left in the first. Game is already tied at 1. Draw is going to be to Soundara's left. Draw one with the Outlaws. Oh, puck hopped over the stick of Jack Resty. Lucky for him, it stopped right near the blue line and stayed in the zone. Now Ensworth working it around the boards, trying to get it out. Elijah Freeman holding it in. Freeman's centering pass went over the top of the crease. Anna Markova was hanging out near the goal line. Ice Tigers end up icing the puck. So they'll drop it inside the Ensworth zone again. It's going to be to the right of Soundara this time. Won by Ensworth, Henry Cravens. Sending the puck up the near side. Here's Trex Hooper, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. In the high slot, Jackson Miller, shot stopped. Rebound loose. And it's in. The front of the net suddenly got crowded. There were bodies all over the place, and the puck gets up in the back of the net. And it's Trex Hooper leading the fist bump parade down the bench, so it must have gone in off of him. And Ensworth retake the lead 2-1 with 12 minutes to go in the first. Wow. Marius Mayer got up that shot from the slot. Reynolds made the save. Reynolds made the save And then the rebound was loose, and then suddenly everybody crowded in on goal. And I don't know if it went off a Hooper's skate or if he managed to knock it in with his stick or what. They're giving the goal to Hooper on the game sheet. So it's 2-1 Ensworth. And they win the draw, but end up icing the puck. Beckett Adams trying a cross-ice forward pass. He was behind the red line when he did it. Or diagonal cross-ice forward pass. They're going to drop the puck to the left of Soundara once again. Ensworth win the draw. Logan Green takes it out to center, but his pass is intercepted. Puck chipped back into the Ensworth zone. Puck coming around the boards to the near side. Green with it again. Adams firing it through the air, through center, back into the Outlaws zone. Icing waved off because the puck landed right near James Daniel. And he was about half a foot behind it while it slid down the ice once it landed. Oh, and then a rebound. Oh! Daniel with a wraparound try at the other end. The puck got away from him. And then Soundara was laying on his stomach facing the net. And I think it was Aiden Campbell got off a shot that hit the left side of Soundara's body and stayed out of the net. He didn't even know that shot was coming. And offside called against the Outlaws. Dalton Alejandro unable to exit the zone as Clive Keeler brought the puck in. 10:37 to go in the first. 2-1 Ensworth. And Ensworth win the draw. And they've got it in the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. There's a shot from Henry Esser, top of the right circle, a one-timer, stopped and held on to by Reynolds. Draw is going to be to Reynolds' left. Outlaws win it. Puck out at center. Josh Kane going to jump on it. Right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Oh, he tried to maneuver from backhand to forehand, and Spencer Kern came right in and swiped the puck away. Here's Henry Cravens. Back into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Up against the boards. Wanted his center. Went off an Outlaw stick. Puck out on the far side. And Kern had it, but it was poked away and cleared out by the Outlaws. And it's an icing against the Outlaws as the puck slides over the Ensworth goal line. 9:42 to go in the first. Still 2-1 Ensworth. Here come the Outlaws. Logan Wood, right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Wanted to pass, but he whiffed on it. And now here's Lucas Tarquin through center, back into the Outlaw zone. Could not get around the back check of Jack Resty, who poked the puck away right when Tarquin was trying to maneuver around him. Puck back in the Outlaw zone, and Henry Esser with a shot from the right point that's gloved and held onto by Reynolds. Draws to the left of Reynolds. One by the one by Ensworth. Puck in the left wing corner. Outlaws trying to clear. It's intercepted and held in by Hudson Honeybone, but then he got a bump. And puck was taken back by Tennessee. Out at center, Esser. It's Heath Hudi bringing it back into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Going below the goal line, wanted to center. Puck was smacked away from Will Copeland. Now the puck comes out in front. Copeland with it. And a shot stopped and covered up by Reynolds, but we're going to have a penalty here against the Outlaws. Roughing is the call. Who is it against? Is against Nico Pulley. Draw to the right of Reynolds. One by Ensworth as they get the power play going. Spencer Kerner shot blocked. Puck sliding through center. Back towards the Outlaws zone. Back towards the Ensworth zone. Shot from Clive Keeler. Stopped and held on to by Soundara. Keeler ended up in a foot race with Hudson Honeybone, but was still able to get off the shot. Soundara with a big save there, draws to his left. One by the Outlaws. Shot from Gabby Ballinger blocked. And the puck taken back by the Ensworth, and here comes Spencer Kern back in the Outlaw zone. Shot in the right circle, went across the front of the net. They're giving Reynolds credit for the save, so he got a piece of it. Shot from the left circle was stopped by Reynolds too. Here's Honeybone around the back of the Outlaw net. Coming out to the right wing side, past the slot. Now it's dropped down the left wing. Back to Honeybone. Puck knocked away from him. Logan Campbell around the back of the net. Under a minute left in the power play for Ensworth. Trex Hooper in the slot. Now here's Kern. Kern. To the boards. Now on the left wing corner. Passing up to the left point and Hudson Honeybone. Backhanding it over to Weston Herringer on the right wing side. Herringer gets it around the kick plate to the far side. And the puck is cleared out by the Outlaws. 30 seconds left in the power play for Ensworth. Soundara leaves it for Honeybone inside the Ensworth zone. Honeybone carries it to center, makes his way back into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side, drops it back for Kern, moving along to the right wing. Now back over to the left wing side. Passes back over Honeybone, left circle, shot stopped, rebound. Oh, Jackson Mayer knocked it off the outside of the left-hand post. Here's Honeybone again. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up to ragged even strength. Honeybone, high point or center point shot blocked. And I think the net ended up being dislodged. We had a whistle for something. Are we going to have a penalty against Ensworth? Looks like a penalty against Ensworth. Oh, okay, in the crease. Okay, crease violation against Ensworth. 6:26 left in the first, still 2-1 Ensworth. They drop the puck right in front of the Outlaw bench. And the puck came to the Ensworth blue line, and Henry Cravens tried to send it back the other way. He ends up knocking it into the scorekeeper box. So they'll drop it in front of the Ensworth bench this time. Draws one by the Ice Tigers. Then Spencer Kern gives it away. Here's Dalton Alejandro. Puck was poked away from him as he was going down the Ensworth slot. Good back checking by Beckett Adams. Here's Trex Hooper, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Stops in the right wing corner. Passes off to Spencer Kern. Sent it back down low to Hooper, but it's intercepted. Outlaws clear it out, knocked down at center by Beckett Adams with a high stick. Picked up by Josh Kane to cancel that out. Kane to the slot, a shot stopped by Soundara. And now here's Logan Campbell bringing it through center. Back into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side, drops it back to Kern. Wanted to shoot, that was blocked. Here's Henry Cravens, tried to go to the net, puck got away from him. It's in the right wing corner. Here's Cravens trying to go to the slot. Puck was taken away from him. And it's brought back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Trying to crash the net was Logan Wood. Got right to the left-hand side of it. Shot was stopped by Soundara. Rebound try was stopped as well. Here goes Kern back through center. Back into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Kern stops. Maneuvering around some defenders. The puck poked away by one Outlaw defender. I think that was A.J. Malloy. Puck is behind the net. Malleus Mayer out on the left wing side. Trying to get in front. Pass off. Score. Oh, no. They did score. Was Tarquin. Malleus Mayer got to the left-hand side of the net. Backhanded it over to Tarquin, who knocks it in. And it is 3-1 Ensworth with 4:27 to go in the first. I thought Reynolds had saved it, but no, it must have leaked through him and in. Ensworth win the draw. Hudson Honeybone into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Oh, but he entered the zone without the puck. He kind of made some weird little maneuver to go and protect the puck, but he ended up going over the blue line and then pulled it in and was called offside. Ensworth win this draw. And the puck is in the Outlaw zone. Cleared out by Tennessee. Emmett Zakos with it at center. Oh, but he gives it away. Cam Miles in front of backhander over the net. Emmett Zakos tried to pass it ahead, but he sent it right to Cam Miles, who stole it. Went down the slot. Soundara went down. Miles backhanded it over the net. They're saying Soundara got a piece of it, so they put the shot up on the board. But a big break there for Ensworth. Actually, no, they're saying that was Miles all the way. But the shot total for shot total for Outlaws is corrected now. They never did give a shot on that save that Soundara made when he was down in his stomach facing his own net a few minutes ago. Racing through center is James Daniel back into the Ensworth zone, around the back of the net. Comes around to the left wing side. Puck got away from him. Aiden Camp, has it taken away by Logan Green, who couldn't keep it in the Outlaw zone. Tarquin at center. Has to go back into his own zone. Here's Henry Cravens. Passing it ahead to Green. Green dumps it back into the Outlaw zone. It's in the left wing corner. Gabby Ballinger will go and pick it up. Now it's brought back in from center by Spencer Kern. Shot. Stopped and held on to. Actually, no, it went out of play. Went off of Reynolds and out of play. .239 to go in the first. 3-1 Ensworth, draw to the right of Reynolds. One with the Outlaws. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Here's Dalton Alejandro, right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Pass across, deflected to the left wing corner by Logan Campbell. Beating Josh Kane to it, and it's cleared out. Outlaws get it back at center. Brought back into the Ensworth zone, chopped away from Kane. He gets it back. Passes over to the right point, nobody's there. Trex Hooper will take the puck. Hooper ahead to Campbell. Back to Hooper inside the Outlaw zone. Hooper a shot. Missed the net to the right of Reynolds. Puck held in at the left point. Beckett Adams knocked off it. Outlaws clear. It's taken back by Ensworth. Hooper, left wing side of the Outlaw zone, drops it back to Kern. Kern behind the net. Puck coming over to the near side. Clearing attempt went off the left skate blade of Henry Cravens. He carries it down the right wing a bit. Gets off a shot from the right circle that's gloved and held on to by Reynolds. 88 seconds to go in the first, still 3-1 Ensworth. Draws to Reynolds left. Draw was one of the Ice Tigers. The shot was blocked. Outlaws with it, and they'll clear it down ice. It could end up being an icing. No, it's waved off. I think it touched an Ensworth stick on its way down. Logan Wood pushed into the boards behind the net by Hudson Honeybone, who's going to go to the box for cross-checking. So the Outlaws will get their first power play of the game here with 70 seconds to go in the first. They're trailing 3-1. Draw is going to be to the left of Soundara. Big chance for the Outlaws to get back within one. Draw one by Ensworth, and they send it around the boards and down ice immediately. Final minute of the first. Dalton Alejandro at center with a puck for the Outlaws. Brings it back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Goes to the slot, whiffs on a shot attempt. Puck held in. James Daniel at the right point. Passing it down low. Here is Josh Kane passing it up to the left point. Logan Wood. Wood back across Daniel at the right point. Daniel's shot takes a deflection off his stick, goes into the left wing corner. 30 seconds left in the period. Ensworth trying to clear the puck out. They do. Logan Wood could not hold it in. Cleared out by Henry Cravens. Trex Hooper catches up to the puck in the Outlaw zone. Tries to put it in front for Spencer Kern. Kern with it. Has to backhand it out to center to Beckett Adams. Minute left in the power play for the Outlaws, who bring the puck out of their zone, but they're running out of time. And a shot off the glove of Soundara right at the buzzer. And that was James Daniel taking that shot. And the Outlaws will have 49 seconds of power play time carrying over to the second. Well, we had 3 goals inside the first 2 minutes of the game. Henry Cravens scored 34 seconds in. A.J. Malloy tied it up 18 seconds later. And then 78 seconds after that, Trex Hooper on a controversial play put Ensworth up 2-1. And then Lucas Tarquin made it 3-1. And it is 3-1 Ensworth over the Outlaws after one in this first round Predators Cup game. Ready to start the second period. Dawson Reynolds still in goal for the Outlaws. Bingston Soundara still in goal for Ensworth. For this second period, Outlaws carry the puck from my left to right. Ensworth from my right to left. 49 seconds of power play time. carrying over to the start of this second period for the Outlaws. Ensworth win the draw and dump it into the Outlaws zone. Puck on the near side boards. Jackson Mayer putting it in front. Oh, but Lucas Tarquin in his back to the net and kind of had to adjust his stick in order to try and get control of the puck. Now the puck's behind the net. Tarquin with it. Under 30 seconds left to the power play for the Outlaws. Oh, and then Elijah Freeman hits Tarquin from behind, knocks him down. There's going to be a penalty for that. Play continues. Shot on the top of the right circle, and Emmett Zakos is broken up. And the Outlaws finally play the puck. Are they going to call boarding? Yeah, it's going to be a 2 and a 10. So we'll have 8 seconds of 4-on-4. 13-18 to go in the second, 3-1 Ensworth. Draw is to the left of Reynolds. 8 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Ensworth go on the power play. Outlaws win the draw, clear the puck out to center. Weston Herringer intercepts, dumps it right back in. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're now on the power play for 1:52. Puck on the right wing boards, the Outlaws zone. Clive Keeler trying to push it out, held in at the right point, Spencer Kern. Passes over to the left wing side, Hudson Honeybone passes back up to the blue line. Kern. Now back to Honeybone inside the left circle. Honeybone moving back out towards the blue line. Now he's on the right wing, starts moving down the right wing, but he gives the puck away to James Daniel. Oh, but then he knocks it right off Daniel's stick to keep it alive. Herringer. Backhanding it around the kick plate. Gabby Ballinger tries to clear, knocked down by Trex Hooper. Sends it down the left wing. Ballinger intercepts. And now Clive Keeler bringing it back into the Ensworth zone, getting off a shot that misses the net. Minute left in the power play for Ensworth. Kern at center. Backhands it over to the near side, and Hooper. Back ahead to Kern. No, I'm sorry, Hooper has gone to the bench for a change. Here's Honeybone with a one-timer. Oh, and James Daniel redirected it away from the front of the net. Now it's brought back in from center by Kern. Under 30 seconds left of the power play for Ensworth. Puck in the right wing corner. Outlaws trying to clear, held in by Herringer. Herringer passing it down the wall to Kern. Puck in the right wing corner. And Josh Kane clears the puck out to center, but Hudson Honeybone has it. Got to wait for a couple of his teammates to get back on side. And now he races back into the Outlaw zone. Oh, offside. Penalty time against the Outlaws is up. They're back at even strength. But Honeybone began turning on the Jets, but somebody, one of his teammates, either Malleus Mayer or Tarquin, was over the blue line before him. 11-17 to go in the second, 3-1 Ensworth. Draw one by Ensworth, they dump it into the Outlaw zone. Puck behind the net, Henry Acer. In the left wing corner. A.J. Malloy sending it around to the far side. They try and clear it out. Oh, it hit a stanchion, stayed in the zone, and Acer with a backhander from the slot that misses the net to the left of Reynolds. Here's Tarquin. Passing it over. Malleus Mayer with a little backhander near the left-hand side of the net. Had to be knocked away by Dawson Reynolds. Puck still in the zone. Oh, Beckett Adams with a shot that hits A.J. Malloy as he's exiting. Now Malloy right wing side of the Ensworth zone trying to pass across. Ensworth back checker diving out to break up that pass. Now there's Malleus Mayer at the other end shooting it past the net to the right of Reynolds. Was Henry Cravens diving out to break up that A.J. Malloy pass as the puck is flung out of play on the near side. 10:15 to go in the second. 3-1 Ensworth, draws to the left of Reynolds. One by Ensworth. Will Copeland. Now Jack Stooner on the right wing corner. Backhands it up to the right point. The shot turned away by Reynolds. The shot came from, I'm not sure who's wearing number 9 for Ensworth. Should be Clayton Forbes. Oh, Jack Stooner back in the outlaw zone, but the puck got away from him right as he was trying to go down the slot. Ran into Ben Kelly, who was defending the net. Puck back in the outlaw zone, poked away from Bob Cobb by Jack Stooner. Dooner in front of backhander, misses the net to the right of Reynolds. Heath Hudi passing up to the blue line, Hudson Honeybone. Carries it down the left wing, Honeybone with a shot stopped by Reynolds, rebound. Backhanded away from the net by Will Copeland. I think he saw somebody he was trying to pass it over to. Now there's Heath Hudi behind the net. Passing up to the right point. Shot from the right point. And number 9, stopped by Reynolds. And another shot, blocked. Oh, and then a one-timer from Joe Simonetti right in the left circle, and Reynolds got over in time to make the save. Here is Honeybone moving along the blue line. Carrying it down the right wing. Around the back of the net, passes off Simonetti, who knocks it wide of the net to the right of Reynolds. Chaffin Baggett, left wing side of the Ensworth zone. There was a hit on the far side of the outlaw zone that's drawn a penalty against Ensworth. Ben Kelly back inside his own zone, near his own net. Passes it up the far side. Dalton Alejandro. Josh Kane brings it back into the Ensworth zone, sends it down the wall. There's a foot race to try and touch it up. Outlaws got there first. Puck finally played by Honeybone. It's going to be a roughing call. No, it's an elbowing call against Will Copeland. So Outlaws return to the power play down 3-1 with 7:56 to go in the second. Yeah, that is Clayton Forbes wearing number 9. Says so on the game sheet. Draw was to the right of Soundaro, won by the Outlaws. James Daniel at the right point. Taking a shot, it's blocked by Spencer Kern, who tries to clear it out. Held in by Daniel. Daniel below the goal line, round the back of the net. Puck comes around to the far side. Here's Daniel. And Outlaws hold it in, and a shot from the left circle off the left leg pad of Soundara. That shot came from Logan Wood. First shot on goal of the period for the Outlaws. Alejandro passes across Wood, left circle, up against the boards. Passes over to the right point. Daniel moves down a bit, takes a shot. Stopped by Soundara. Minute left in the power play for the Outlaws. Oh, and Daniel unable to keep the puck. Oh, he did. He kept it just atop the blue line. Barely atop the blue line. It's out on the right wing side, Daniel. Had to go off an Ensworth skate, whipped around the boards to the far side by Kern, held in by Wood at the left point. Poked away from him and cleared out by Trex Hooper. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Outlaws. Alejandro. Back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Passes out in front, but intercepted in the slot by Trex Hooper and fired to the other end of the ice. Here's Daniel passing it up the far side. Josh Kane leaves it for A.J. Malloy inside the Ensworth zone. A shot takes a deflection, still comes on goal. Sandara gloves and hangs on to it for the whistle. Penalty time against Ensworth is up there back at even strength. 5:55 to go in the second. Still 3-1 Ensworth. Draw to the right of Sandara, won by the Outlaws. Ensworth come up with it. Jack Stooner at center. Into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. Got knocked off the puck by A.J. Malloy. Cam Miles carries it to center. Got a little too far away from him. Weston Herringer sweeps it away. Now here's Dooner back in the Outlaws zone on the left wing side. Puts it in front, and Will Copeland couldn't get off the shot. He was tied up with Bob Cobb. Got a little touch on the puck, but not enough to force it to the front of the net. Clearing attempt knocked down at the blue line. Shot from the right point. Stopped and covered up by Reynolds. That was Emmett Zakos holding it in and then taking the shot. 4:59 to go in the second. Still 3-1 Ensworth. Draw will be to the left of Reynolds. One by Ensworth. Hudson Honeybone shot in the blue line, misses the net to the left of Reynolds. Oh, but then Reynolds ended up knocking his own net out of position. So they blew the whistle for that. And they're going to drop the puck to his right this time. Draw one by Ensworth. Shot from Clayton Forbes. Ooh! From the left point, slowed up by an Outlaw stick. And Reynolds was out of position and left the right-hand side of the net open. But the puck slowed down enough where he could knock it away, as the puck ends up going out of play in the right wing corner. But a weird deflection. Almost ended up going in the net. Draw's going to be to Reynolds' left once more. Draw one by the Outlaws. They clear it out. It's in the Ensworth zone. Hudson Honeybone with it. And he brings it to center. Back into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. Honeybone goes around the back of the net. Tried to backhand it over to the far side. It went off the skates of Adalton Alejandro and out. And then it was brought back in offside by the Ice Tigers. Jackson Malleus-Mayer was still in the zone, as I think it was Lucas Tarquin was bringing the puck back in. 4:03 to go in the second, still 3-1 Ensworth. Draw on the dot across from the Ensworth bench in front of the bleachers, won by the Ice Tigers and dumped into the Outlaw zone. Is in the left wing corner, Jackson Malleus-Mayer. Now Dalton Alejandro behind his own net, fires it around the boards to the far side, held into the blue line. Henry Cravens, shot, score! Cravens with a shot from the blue line that ends up in the back of the net. I'm not sure if it was redirected just yet or not. But it is now, well, nope, it's going to be Cravens leading the fist bump line. So it appears it's his goal. That'd be his second of the game. It's now 4-1 Ensworth with 3:40 to go in the second. Yes, it is given to Cravens on the game sheet. Here's Henry Acer. Into the Outlaws zone on the right wing side. Backhands it down to Cravens. He was double teamed to the puck, taken away and cleared out. Beckett Adams catches up to it at center. Ahead for Cravens, up, went off Cravens' stick and got away from him. Sent back into the Ensworth zone, immediately cleared out. Malleus Mayer with a shot from the left wing side of the Outlaws zone just as he crosses the blue line, gloved and held on to by Reynolds. 3:06 to go in the second. 4-1 Ensworth. Draw is going to be to the right of Reynolds. Ensworth won it, but they turn it over to the Ice Tigers. Malachi Hogan out at center. Passing over Logan Wood, right wing side of the Ensworth zone. Wood trying to find space. Oh, but he has to carry the puck out. Puck is back in the Outlaws zone. Outlaws controlling. James Daniel trying to clear it out, but he put it off the skates of Malloy. And Jack Stooner fell over behind the net, but still manages to pass the puck out from behind the net. Unfortunately for Ensworth, it went out to center. They regain possession. Weston Herringer. Pass went off an Outlaw stick. Logan Wood with it now, brings it back into the Ensworth zone, takes a shot into the chest of Soundar, and it falls into his glove. 2:13 to go in the second. Still 4-1 Ensworth. Draws to the right of Soundara. And Ensworth come up with it and bring it out. Spencer Kern in the Outlaw zone on the right wing side, taking a shot over the net. Puck held in at the left point by Herringer. Sent down the left wing. Here's Hooper. Trex Hooper. Passes over to the right point, and Kern moving down the right wing board. Shot blocked by Bob Cobb. Now here's Kern again, backhanding it up to the right point. Now comes the slot, and Hooper. Now in front of backhander, score, it's Kern! What a nifty little play. Hooper got the puck in the slot, saw Kern coming down, handed it off. Kern goes to the front of the net and backhands it into the roof. And it is 5-1 Ensworth with 98 seconds to go in the second. Well, pretty good chance, better and better chance of an upset not happening in this one. Outlaws win the draw, bring it into the Ensworth zone. Still a whole period to go as a shot from, I think, Clive Keeler off an Ensworth stick into the netting above the glass. Draw is going to be, well, everybody's lined up to the left of Soundar, but it's going to be to his right. Draw one by Ensworth. Puck sent around the boards to the near side. Oh, there's a hit at the right point. Lucas Tarquin with a hit on Ben Kelly, who's going to go to the box for it. I'm sorry, Tarquin's going to go to the box, not Kelly. Interference. So the Outlaws return to the power play down 5-1 with 77 seconds to go in the second. Draw is going to be to the left of Soundara. Draw one by Ensworth. Puck cleared out. Logan Wood at center. Backhands it over to James Daniel. Daniel back over to Wood. Back across Daniel. Daniel brings it back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Last minute of the second. Daniel behind the net, wanted to backhand it out in front. Here's Dalton Alejandro, top of the right circle. Shot blocked. Deflected off an Ensworth player. Went past the net to the left of Soundara. Alejandro with it again. Oh, tried to pass across, intercepted by Henry Acer, and cleared out of the zone. That's back in the Outlaws' end. Alejandro with it, behind his own net, sending it around to the near side. 30 seconds to go in the second. Oh, and James Daniel carrying the puck out to center. Knocked it into the skates of Heath Hudie, and Ensworth sent it back into the Outlaw zone. 1 minute left in the power play for the Outlaws. Here's Logan Wood back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Around the back of the net. Comes out to the left wing, passes out to the blue line, Dalton Alejandro. Alejandro tried to send it back down the left wing. It was knocked down and cleared out. Now a breakaway. Spencer Kern to the outline and a shot. Nice glove save by Reynolds right at the buzzer. It was Henry Esser who broke up that pass attempt and allowed for that Kern breakaway. I'm not sure if it would have counted, but Dawson Reynolds coming up with a big stop, breakaway stop right at the end of the second. And the Outlaws left 42 seconds of power play time carrying over to the third. Well, Henry Cravens scored his second goal of the game, and then Spencer Kern got one. So now Ensworth lead the Outlaws 5-1 after 2 in this Preds Cup first round clash. Ready to go with the start of the third period. Bingston Soundara still in goal for Ensworth. Dawson Reynolds, is that Dawson Reynolds still in goal for the Outlaws? For this third period, Ensworth will carry the puck from my left to right, Outlaws from my right to left. Outlaws with 42 seconds of power play time carrying over to this third period, and now it's down to 30 seconds. Ensworth with the puck in the Outlaws zone. Elijah Freeman, who's finally out of the box after serving his 2 and 10 for a boarding penalty early in the second. Had the puck for a moment. Now here's A.J. Malloy, the Outlaws goal scorer. Back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing. Side shot, score! Malloy just inside the top of the right circle, taking a shot that ends up in the back of the net. His second goal of the game. It's a power play goal, too. 5 seconds left in the man advantage, and it is now 5-2 Ensworth with 13:22 to go in regulation. If the Outlaws come back and tie this game and it finishes tied at the end of 3, we go to a sudden death 3-on-3 5-minute overtime, and if that doesn't solve it, it's a shootout. Puck in the Ensworth zone again off the draw. Clive Keeler behind the net, tried to put it out in front, and it was knocked down by Soundara, and he covers up. Draw is going to be to the right of Soundara. Won by Ensworth. Emmett Zakos banks it off the glass behind the net, but it's held in by the Outlaws. Puck coming around towards the left wing corner. Josh Kane with it. Passed out to the blue line. And a shot, score! I think it's Nico Pulley taking a shot from the blue line. And it looks like it was Clive Keeler who redirected it into the back of the net. And it's now 5-3 Ensworth with 12:52 to go in regulation. So 30 seconds after the Outlaws make it 5-2, they make it 5-3. Draw one by Ensworth. Ensworth can't let off the gas here. This is an Outlaw team that beat Ravenwood back in October, albeit it was a 10-man Ravenwood, but those 10 men, those 10 Ravenwood skaters still outshot the Outlaws 32-14. Ensworth with the puck in the Outlaw zone. Passed up to the right point. Clayton Forbes trying to send it to the slot. It went off an Outlaw skate, came over to the right circle, and Spitzer Kern got off a shot. I'm sorry, it was Jackson Mary getting off a shot that was turned away by Reynolds. Puck out on the far side. Outlaws bring it out to center. And Keeler with a pass to nobody ends up going for an icing. 12:01 to go in regulation. Still 5-3 Ensworth. And yeah, they do give that goal to Clive Keeler. But it was Nico Pulley who had the shot. They've given the primary assist to Dalton Alejandro. It was Nico Pulley who had that. Took that shot from the blue line. Here come the Outlaws back into the Ensworth zone. Logan Wood, a shot stopped and covered up by Soundara. Outlaws applying some pressure. They're within 2, trying to get within 1 and make it really interesting. Draw's going to be to the left of Soundara. Draw one of the Outlaws. Gabby Ballinger tried to pass it back down the right wing, and it appeared for a moment like Heath Hewdy was going to be able to get it out of the zone, but he overskates. And Logan Woods sent it around the wall. Now it's brought out by Henry Cravens. Sent back into the Ensworth zone for a moment. Beckett Adams passing it up the far side to center, and Jax Dooner. Now it's back in the Ensworth zone in the right wing corner. Jax Dooner beats Logan Wood to it. Passes off to Henry Cravens. Now here's Will Copeland losing the puck. But he pokes it away from James Daniel back into the Outlaw zone. Ensworth keeping the puck in the Outlaw zone. Here's Logan Green on the right wing side. A shot off his stick and past the net. Now here's Henry Cravens back into the Outlaw zone, getting knocked off the puck. It was loose and picked up by Jax Dooner. Then he falls over on the right wing side. Outlaws clear it out. Emmett Zakos off the bench. Ups and icing. 10:15 to go in regulation. Still 5-3 Ensworth. And yeah, it's Justin Yanuchili in the net now for the Outlaws. So he takes over here in the third period, trying to spurn a comeback. And the Outlaws were down 5-1 entering this third. They scored twice within the first 70 seconds of the period, and they're down just 5-3 now. Draws to the left of Yanuchili. Again, winner of this game plays next Monday right back here at 6:15 on this very Centennial Rink A in the winner's bracket semifinal against the Summit JP2 winner, while the loser of this game plays the loser of that Summit JP2 game Wednesday night in Antioch. Puck put in front for Clive Keeler. Went off his stick and ended up between his skates right in front of the Ensworth net. Now it's out at center. Logan Campbell brings it back into the Outlaw zone, but unable to get it over to Joe Simonetti. Puck out at center. Smacked the other way by Weston Herringer. Now Herringer brings it back into the Outlaw zone on the right wing side. Pass across, and unable to get a stick on it with Simonetti. Puck will be brought out to center by Dalton Alejandro. Tried a stretch pass to Josh Kane. Ends up going for an icing. 9:21 to go in regulation. Still 5-3 Ensworth. Draws to the right of Yanu Chile. One by Ensworth. Puck ends up out at center. Here's Bob Cobb inside his own zone. Ahead to Cam Miles, and it poked away. Here's Jackson Malleus-Mayer in the slot of shot. Oh, and they may have glanced off the post to the left of Yanu Chile. And now here's a 2-on-1 for the Outlaws. Cam Miles across the shot. Stopped by Soundara. Stopping a shot from Elijah Freeman. Here's Hudson Honeybone back in the Outlaws zone. On the left wing side. Malleus-Mayer behind the net, passing out to the right point. Oh, off the inside of the right skate of Clayton Forbes and out. Here's Hudson Honeybone. Honeybone passing it up the far side. Carried back in. I think it's Jackson Malleus-Mayer, and his shot was blocked on the left wing side. Cleared out by the Outlaws. Clayton Forbes at center, bumps into Malachi Hogan, loses the puck. Spencer Kern takes it away from Logan Wood. Here's Kern. Back into the Outlaw zone on the left wing side. Puck taken away by Tennessee and cleared out. Puck dumped back into the Outlaw zone. Puck put out in front of the Outlaws net, and Trex Hooper couldn't get a shot away. Puck out on the near side, held in at the right point. No, it did not. It just hopped out of the zone. Henry Cravens looked like he kept it alive. I guess it went off his stick and out. Now Hudson Honeybone brings it back in on the left wing side in front of shot, turned away by Yanu Chile right when he got to the front of the net. Here's Hudson Honeybone. Trying to go to the front of the net. Oh, pass across Will Copeland to the right side of the net, wide open. But he was tied up with an Outlaws defender. And a pass attempt intercepted by Spencer Kern. He goes down the slot with a shot that's blocked away by Yanu Chile. Now the puck back in the Ensworth zone. And Soundara comes out to play, and he runs into A.J. Malloy. And they both fall over. And there's going to be a penalty against Ensworth. It's going to be a hooking call, it looks like, against Henry Cravens. So the Outlaws back to the power play, down 5-3 with 6:26 to go in regulation. Draw in by Ensworth. Hudson Honeybone slaps it around the wall to the far side, and Heath Hudie fires it down ice on goal. Justin Yanu Chile having to make the save. Here's Weston Herringer backing up inside his own zone, whiffing on a clearing attempt with Clive Keeler coming at him. He regroups and clears it out on the second try. Puck back in the Ensworth zone. Clive Keeler in the slot. Puck poked away and cleared out by Heath Hudie. Knocked down at center by Ben Kelly. It's correction, Logan Wood. Oh, but he lost it. Had it taken away by Hudie, who backhands it back into the Outlaw zone. Yanu Chile clears it away from the net. Here's Josh Kane, right wing side of the Ensworth zone, trying to drop it back to Alejandro. Alejandro taking a shot, blocked by Beckett Adams. Puck, nope, held in right at the blue line by Logan Wood. Here's Alejandro shooting the left circle, blocked by Adams. Puck goes to the inboards, under a minute left in the power play for the Outlaws. Kane out in front. Backhands it across the front of the net. Here is Lucas Tarquin backhanding it up the far side and out. Yanu Chile will come out to play it. He'll leave it for Kane. Kane through center, back into the Ensworth zone on the left wing side. Kane trying to pass across, went off the stick of Malleus Mayer out to the far side. Under 30 seconds left in the power play for the Outlaws. Emmett Zakos carries the puck to center. Shoots it on goal from the red line. Had to be turned away by Yanu Chile. Back the other way goes Alejandro into the Ensworth zone on the left wing side. Backhands it over to James Daniel, had it knocked away. Here is Wood. Wood getting bumped off the puck and cleared out by Hudson Honeybone. Trex Hooper chases it back into the Ensworth zone. Outlaws zone goes to the front of the net. Backhander stopped by Yanu Chile. Now here's Spencer Kern. Dumping it to the inboards. Penalty time against Ensworth is up. They're back at even strength. Yeah, Honeybone cleared it out up the near side. Nobody in a dark gray sweater went after it. It was Hooper who tracked it down right inside the Outlaw zone, got to the front of the net, got off a backhander that was stopped by Yanu Chile as Emmett Zakos backhands the puck into the Outlaw bench. 3:59 to go in regulation, still 5-3 Ensworth. Puck is in the Outlaw zone on the far side. Hudson Honeybone with a shot from the left point, turned away by Yanu Chile. Now here's Jackson Malleus Mayer, right wing side of the Outlaw zone. Has to go to the inboards, passes up to the right point. Clayton Forbes blocked in front by Ben Kelly. A backhander from Henry Acer misses the net. Shot from the left circle. I think that missed the net too. Here's Henry Acer, right wing side. Shot misses the net to the right of Yanu Chile. They're saying he got a piece of it as it went by. Puck cleared out. Honeybone with it. Honeybone sends it back into the Outlaw zone deep. Comes around the boards to the near side. And a shot from Heath Hewdy. Oh, it's in! Heath Hewdy with a shot that looked like it was going to miss the net. I think an Outlaw player went to the front of the net and it went off his skates and in. I think it went off the skates of Clive Keeler and in. And Heath Hewdy makes it 6-3 Ensworth with 2:31 to go in regulation. Outlaws with a puck. Passed ahead to Keeler at center. It's in the Ensworth zone. It's loose, picked up by Josh Kane at the right point. Kane at the blue line. Backhands it to the blue line for Jack Resty. Takes a shot. And throwing out the left leg pad just in time to make the save was Bingston Soundara. And the puck cleared out by Ensworth. Brought back in, up offside. Kane went just over the blue line before Alejandro picked up the puck. 83 seconds to go in regulation, still 6-3 Ensworth, and it looks like The Outlaws are just going to leave Justin Yanuchili in net. They're not going to pull him and try and make a comeback. Trawlby to Sandara's right. And there's a penalty against Ensworth. Too many men, okay. So too many men penalty against Ensworth. So the Outlaws back in the power play down 6-3 with 83 seconds to go in regulation. Draw is to the right of Sandara. One by Ensworth. Here is Beckett Adams. Fires it out to center. Malachi Hogan catches and drops. No, it's not Malachi Hogan. No, it was Malachi Hogan. Or was it Ben Kelly? They're both the same height. Well, Kelly's a little bit taller than Hogan. I think it may have been Kelly who caught it and dropped it, but I think maybe they're saying hand pass. They're going to drop it right at center. Cam Miles with the Outlaws, passes it back to Ben Kelly. Now A.J. Malloy at center. Back into the Ensworth zone on the right wing side. Final minute of regulation. Malloy loses the puck and it's cleared out by the Ice Tigers. Yanuchili will play it. Cam Miles out at center. Off to Hogan. Hogan brings it back into the Ensworth zone. Has it taken away. Spencer Kern. Kern back into the Outlaws zone on the left wing side, trying to go to the front of the net. Cut off by Hogan. 30 seconds left in regulation. Kern still with the puck. Passes over to the right wing side. Cravens. Minute left in the power play as Cravens put it in front for Hooper. He was all alone in front. Puck went off his stick and got away from him. Here's Cam Miles. Sending it back into the Ensworth zone. Poked down the wall by Ben Kelly. Picked up by Kern. Cleared out, and that's it. Ensworth are on to the winners bracket semifinal next Monday night against either Summit or JP2, and the Outlaws will be trying to avoid the cut of the axe on Wednesday night, as Ensworth win this one 6-3. By the way, those 3 goals that Bankston Sandara gave up, he's now matched the total he gave up for the entire regular season. He gave up 1 to the Outlaws on November 15th and 2 to Ravenwood last month on January 13th. He gave up 3 alone in this game tonight. So the goal scorers in this one for the Outlaws, 2 goals for A.J. Malloy, and the other came from Clive Keeler. For Ensworth, 2 goals from Henry Cravens, and the others came from Trex Hooper, Lucas Tarquin, Spencer Kern, and Heath Hudi. And our player of the game is going to be Henry Cravens. Henry Cravens is going to be our player of the game with those 2 goals, as Ensworth win this one 6-3. Again a week, and they're still in the winners bracket, and we'll play again a week from tonight against the Summit JP2 winner, while the Outlaws will face the loser of that game on Wednesday night. All right, so it's going to be a little bit before the next game in our doubleheader, which will be that JP2 Summit game. So it's just past 7:30. Airtime for the Summit JP2 game is 7:55. So we're going to have a bit of a break here, although I wouldn't be surprised if they did try and start that game early, so I'll keep an eye on it. Hold on, folks. I'm doing stuff here on Facebook. I can't talk and social media at the same time. Okay, I'm done Facebooking for the moment. First game of the Hine Cup should be beginning in a few minutes. That's the 2-7 game, 7-seed Mount Juliet against 2-seed Rampage. I'll probably pop over and watch some of that while while I wait on the JP2 Summit game to get started. But again, the final score here in the opening game of the 2025 Predators Cup. The defending champs, Ensworth, moving into the winner's bracket semifinal next Monday night with a 6-3 win over the Outlaws, who will face the Axe on Wednesday night against the loser of the game that's coming up next. Summit JP2 pregame for that one at 7:55. Ensworth moving on in the winner's bracket here in the Preds Cup. Again, 20 minutes from now, pregame begins for JP2 Summit.